there are little things that I take as nuggets of hope. My mood is a little bit better. I wake up and I'm tired. Well, because we are going through this breaking down and rebuilding of our brain, right? Not that I haven't had my butt kicked in the workouts by Audrey, because she's great. I feel like that my processing speed is faster for sure. Like I feel like that is definitely something I'm walking out of here with. Yeah, I mean, even me being able to have this conversation with you and feel like I'm being articulate, I can probably attribute that to the treatment that I got here. While I still feel like I've got some memory challenges, maybe that's something that we're going to have in the next couple of months as the building blocks are getting put back together in here, where those parts of my brain will start talking to one another again. I guess there's been enough damage in there that I didn't realize how much those parts of my brain weren't talking to each other. That was what was being observed by people external to me. But recognizing that, like, oh, wow, you know, I can have a conversation with you where I'm not like staring off into space and looking for words. I give you an example. I smashed the snot out of this particular finger early on in training. Kettlebell, 20 pounds, bam. This thing turned black and blue. And in 3 days under pressure, it looks like you can't even tell. There's a little bit of tenderness to it because it hit so hard it bruised the bone. So that's going to take a little longer to heal. But the physical aspect of like, I got cleaned out really quick. That hyperoxygenation of the tissue, if it did that to my finger, I am hopeful of what it's doing to my brain. And I'm hopeful that my brain doesn't have as much damage where, it'll get cleaned up pretty quickly, but there's a lot to make up for going on in here. Now that I'm talking to you about it, it's starting to dawn on me how I was when I showed up here and how I am now and how I am not yet done and how there is more healing to happen down the road after we go through this hunk of treatment. I'm actually very excited about what's coming out of this.